Okay, join me on page 290 in your science book. It says, what is plate tectonics? Plate tectonics is the theory that Earth's surface is made up of separate, rigid plates that move slowly across the mantle. These plates are called tectonic plates. The word tectonic comes from the Greek word tecton, meaning builder. Earth's plates are curved like Earth's surface. There are 7 large plates and about a dozen smaller ones. The plates move along their boundaries in different ways and at different speeds. Although some may move faster, most plates move only a few centimeters or inches each year, about as much as your fingernails grow each year. Most plate boundaries cannot be seen the way continents and coastlines can. Most continental plates include both continents and parts of the ocean floor, so many of the boundaries lie beneath the oceans. Movements along plate boundaries produce earthquakes, volcanic activity, the building of great mountain ranges, and other dramatic surface events. These events help show where the plate boundaries lie. How plates move. Tectonic plates can move in different directions. Boundaries between plates that are moving away from each other or pulling apart are called divergent boundaries. The word divergent means moving away from each other. So that's one way that plates can move, by moving away from each other. At a divergent plate boundary, new crust is formed as magma wells up and moves away from the ridge. Okay, so you can, if you look up at your screen, you see that here where they're moving away from each other. Excuse me. This is the process of seafloor spreading. As spreading continues, the Atlantic Ocean is slowly becoming wider. Boundaries between plates that are moving toward each other or colliding are convergent boundaries. So that's another way that plates can move. They can converge or run into each other. The word convergent means coming together. When plates converge, usually one plate sinks or slides under the other one. If you look up at your screen, you can see that here. This plate is sinking below this plate. Okay, this plate is running into this plate and it's sinking below it. This is called subduction. So that's another way. Whether a plate moves up or down depends on whether the leading edges are continental or oceanic. The leading edge of a plate is the front part that leads it in the direction it is moving. When a dense oceanic plate and a less dense, more buoyant continental plate converge, the leading edge of the oceanic plate pulls the rest of the oceanic plate down. The oceanic plate moves under the continental plate. The convergence of these plates forms deep ocean trenches and, at the same time, can push up mountains. When 2 oceanic plates collide, one plate sinks below the other plate. This kind of convergence is common where the mainly oceanic Pacific plate converges with other oceanic plates. Movements here have formed many volcanic islands and some of the world's deepest trenches. Something entirely different happens when 2 continental plates collide. In this case, the crust buckles and folds. It is pushed upward or sideways, creating vast, complex mountain ranges. The Himalayas in Asia and the folded Appalachian Mountains in North America are examples. Boundaries between plates that slide past each other, so this is another way they can move, sliding past each other, are called transform boundaries. Most transform boundaries occur on the ocean floor, but some appear on Earth's surface. For example, the San Andreas Fault lies along the boundary between the Pacific and North American plates in California. Okay, turning the page to page 292. What is a unifying theory? A unifying theory ties other theories together to give a complete picture of natural occurrences. Plate tectonics is a unifying theory that explains much about the history of Earth. Plate tectonics explains what Earth was like in the past, how and why it has changed, and how it continues to change. Alfred Wegener The scientists who developed the hypothesis of continental drift thought the continents were floating away from one another. The discovery of seafloor spreading in the 1960s showed scientists that more than just continents were moving. Scientists then began to develop a new theory that came to be called plate tectonics. The theory states that Earth's surface is broken into continental and oceanic plates that move. Plate tectonics combines the continental drift theory with other evidence that supports it, such as the formation of new crust and the distribution of volcanoes and earthquakes. The evidence fits together with Wegener's theory to create a unifying theory. Most scientists now accept the theory of plate tectonics. However, there is still much to learn about the forces that shape Earth's surface. All right, thanks for following along, and I will see you on the next one.